Governor Gavin Newsom has quietly solicited millions of dollars in campaign donations from state vendors, their key people, their employees, and their affiliated political action committees. While progressives nationally decry corporate money in politics, Newsom has embraced the fundraising practice. Our data at OpenTheBooks.com shows that Newsom solicited up to 1,000 state vendors for $10.6 million worth of campaign cash, and those vendors received $6.2 billion last year in state agency payments. And this is a significant amount of money. It represents over 40% of the current cash on hand as of August 1st, 2022 in Governor Newsom's campaign fund on an election year. Now in California, all of this at arm's length is completely legal. California doesn't have what other states call a pay-to-play prohibition. Even in Illinois, it is the Super Bowl of corruption. You can't give in the governor's race if you're a state contractor with a contract more than $50,000. Not so in California. The Golden State is the Wild West of campaign donations, and Governor Newsom's running a bus right through the lack of prohibitions. At OpenTheBooks.com, we were able to compare Newsom's campaign donors to the state checkbook because of our decades-long fight to open the line-by-line spending in the state of California. We went through two state comptrollers, John Chang and Betty Yee, who had rejected our Freedom of Information Act request for the line-by-line state expenditures. So we filed 442 California public records requests with each state agency, and we compiled the California state checkbook like a jigsaw puzzle. At OpenTheBooks.com, you can see the gory details in the California state checkbook. And we mapped Governor Newsom's campaign donor disclosures by zip code across the entire country. It's a beautiful interactive map. It has nearly $70 million worth of campaign donations from 56,000 entities across the country. And then we did this investigation. Did Governor Newsom solicit state vendors for campaign cash? So here's what we found. Major California companies oftentimes had a virtual public-private partnership with marketplace monopoly position in the industries, for instance, in utilities or banking or telecom. These are the companies that are giving hundreds of thousands of dollars, recycling their profits back into Governor Newsom's campaign fund. We found 6 healthcare companies, for example, that gave Governor Newsom nearly $700,000. Those 6 companies received in 1 year, fiscal year 2021, from state agencies $1.9 billion. The California Attorney General employs 1,100 lawyers. Yet we found 9 major law firms who gave the governor nearly $200,000, they received $28 million worth of billings from the state agencies. Major public utilities in the state of California gave Governor Newsom over $400,000 worth of campaign donations. They received in 1 year $420 million from state agencies. Our research also shows the power, the political power of the Native American Indian tribes, who gave over $800,000 to Governor Newsom's campaign. And they're in the highly regulated industries, for instance, in casinos. Those Native American Indian tribes have many interests before the state. So you can just click a pin, that's a zip code, and then scroll down. The results render in the chart beneath the map. There's 201 state vendors, there's 6.1 million transactions. The vendors received $87 billion. The books are open in the state of California, and you can see it all on our website at OpenTheBooks.com. We need 2 reforms. Number 1, in November, there's an election for state comptroller, and there's 2 new candidates running, a Democrat and a Republican. When one of them is elected, we're going to file our state checkbook request again, and that comptroller will have a decision to reject the request or to produce the California state checkbook. It is ridiculous that we had to file 442 separate requests on each of the state agencies to compile the state of California checkbook. Here's the second reform. Governor Newsom could do this tomorrow. He could call a press conference and swear off campaign donations from state contractors. That would cure the problem. A more permanent solution rests with the state legislature. The General Assembly in California needs to pass a pay-to-play law. Start with the Illinois law. Bar any campaign contributions from state vendors who have contracts north of $50,000 a year. That would solve the California pay-to-play problem.